Hello, friends. Welcome to the Nope Coach podcast. This is episode 305. Think of the people who want to see you succeed. I'm your host, Suzanne Kohlberg. This morning, I got a message. It wasn't nice. In fact, it was really quite horrible. And I sent it to my biz bestie, and she's like, "Who's this douche canoe?" And I was going to do an episode about it. And I thought, why do I want to give airtime to that? And for any of us, this episode is in particular for people who are in business or wanting to start a business. How often do we hold ourselves back because of fear of haters or people who don't like us or trolls or mean comments or things like that? Yet we don't give as much thought to the people who love us and want to see us succeed. And in the past, a message like I got this morning would have derailed me for at the very least a week, if not longer. And today, after my friend said, "Who's that douche canoe?" And I was like, yeah, actually, why am I paying any attention to somebody who isn't in my target market, doesn't get what I do, and is trying to help that I did not ask for? And I think sometimes, everyone's got an opinion. If you haven't seen the new Mean Girls movie, here's a perfect example. I didn't realize it was a musical. Once again, didn't do my research, so I can't say I was surprised. But when I got there and it started with a song, I was like, I'm here for it. I love musicals. But a lot of people don't like musicals, and I know it cops some flack for that. But there's this song in it, and it says, every arsehole has an opinion. And I was like, that is so true. And we give a lot of our time and energy and power trying to placate people who aren't ever going to like us or understand us or get us, instead of thinking about the people who want to see you succeed. Whenever you hold yourself back from posting or sharing or writing because you worry that you fumble over your words, hello, have we met? Or you babble incoherently because you don't have a clear structured outline. Once again, hello, have we met? There are people who desire those things, 100%, not going to argue, but they're not your people. There are other people who love the realness and the, dare I say it, authenticity, the everyday nature, the you just showing up as you, because it makes them feel, oh my gosh, if she can do it, I can do it. Or if he can do it, I can do it. I did a presentation recently in Tad Hargrave's Marketing for Hippies membership. If you're not in that membership, I highly recommend you join it. But I received a number of messages, and I almost gave the nice and eye roll when I said that, because sometimes I see these things like, I received a number of messages. I'm like, did you really? Or is this just some marketing ploy? But I actually did receive a number of messages from people saying, oh my goodness, you give me hope that, I can just be my awkward, weird self and people will love that. Yes, they will. Your people will. Let the perfectionistic, polished, perfect, filtered people go work with perfectionistic, polished, filtered people, and let, your freak flag fly, and the weirdos who are just as weird as you come and work with you and have the best time. Like, I don't know that quote, something rather about, find something you love and never work a day in your life. But the more I am unapologetically me, warts and all, no makeup, no particular hairstyle, sweary, fairy, wacky t-shirt me, I I love my life, and I can genuinely say that. There are people who don't get me, of course, but then they don't hire me. So I don't have to go, oh, which Suze do I need to be today? I don't have to turn up polished, and I don't have to speak proper, and I don't have to dress to impress. I can just be like, here I am, brush my hair, got a clean shirt on, let's go. And there are people who are desiring that. They are tired of putting on a front and feeling like a chameleon and being like, this is the me that I am at work, and this is the me that I am as a mum. And I've got a perfect example of this. So my daughter, her teacher at the school is also like the vice principal. And she said, as a teacher, she's the most loving, caring, kind teacher. And then she puts her vice principal hat on, and she's a whole different ball game. And she gives me stories of times where someone comes in that, she's disciplining, and she'll say, okay, class, please continue to read chapter 6 or whatever it is. And then she goes into the hallway and you can hear, and what made you think that this was acceptable behavior? And then she comes back in, so how was chapter 6? It's just like, I can relate to that on so many levels in the past, where it's been this version of me and this version of me and this version of me. And now I can safely say that the Suze that you get on the show is the Suze that you get in a coaching session, is the Suze that you get if we go out to dinner, is the Suze that you get, when I'm hanging around my kids. Yes, I do swear in front of my children. Yes, some people don't like that. I don't swear all the time, and I don't encourage them to, but that's the whole story for another day. But I don't be different in different circumstances. And the people who want to see you succeed, or the people who are like, oh my goodness, I can just be me. And, there are things that we do as adults. Like I don't, my husband does, drink alcohol. Doesn't mean my kids can drink alcohol. So I speak in one way. It doesn't mean my kids can speak in, so I think sometimes it's funny when people go, oh, we shouldn't swear in front of your children. It's like, does that mean you shouldn't drink in front of your children? Does that mean, all of this to say, there will be people who want to see you succeed. And whenever you're writing, videoing, creating, putting it together, instead of not putting something out there or hiding behind because somebody might not like it, think of the person who will. Think of the person who will look at your material, your content, whether it be a video, podcast, written blog, whatever, and just have a breath of fresh air and go, I feel so seen by somebody who's never met me. I feel so understood and like somebody gets me. I feel less alone because this person's out in the world. And whether they ever pay you a cent or not, there's something magical about that. And it's just something really to consider, because so often we let one harsh comment. I received another comment once. It was a very nasty response to my email, long-winded, but I still remember the first part of it. Fuck off and stop sending me shit. I kid you not. This is the email that I got. I'm thinking, could you not find the unsubscribe button? But anyway, I didn't write that back. I just unsubscribed them, but like they're making more work for me. But I remember sharing that with a biz friend, and she literally got onto like GarageBand and turned it into a song, and it's got like beats now. It's like, fuck off, stop sending me shit. And whenever I'm having a down moment, as we all do, or I'm thinking, should I post this or shouldn't I play that song and I laugh and I remind myself that, yeah, there are people who want to see me succeed, and there are people who love what I send, and there are people who don't. And nobody's right or wrong or good or bad. They simply are. And, in the past, people who I love dearly have sent me something and I've been like, what is this? But you can unsubscribe, and then later you can resubscribe. Like, you get to choose. You get to choose what you listen to. You get to choose what comes into your inbox. Boundaries aren't just with the external world. There are boundaries with self. If you open an email knowing it's going to be some long-winded drivel that you don't want to read, but you opened it and then you didn't unsubscribe, and then that person wrote to you again next week and you're like, oh, not them again. Like, you can curate where you spend your time and energy. And when you're curating for your business, then you get to decide that you're putting out there, the message that you're sending is going to reach the people who want to see you succeed, and everyone else can see themselves out. Sometimes vocally, sometimes with little barbs, sometimes quietly, but it doesn't matter. It's that they're people who want to hear it and are meant to hear it, trusting that it will find them. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you like the show, I really encourage you to subscribe to me on YouTube. I am aiming for 1,000 subscribers. So if you've caught me on YouTube, please hit the subscribe button. If you're listening on the audio, if you type into Google Suzanne Kohlberg YouTube, I know for 100% fact you'll find me. If you type in the Nope Coach YouTube, chances are you'll find me too. But if somebody can test that out and let me know, maybe you could come on, find this video and comment and go, yep, Nope Coach search did it. Other than that, I also have a PayPal donation button. So if you go to my website, suzannekohlberg.com, click on resources, there's whole bunches of material and stuff there too. But down the bottom is a donate link. I'd so appreciate it. Donations help me go towards, the production of the show. Yes, I don't edit, but there's still production costs. Having the show up each day costs, and I really would appreciate any donations are gratefully received. Thanks for this. Hope to catch you on the next one. Bye for now.